Hello. So I just got back from a run, and there's something that happens when you run. You really get some good thinking in, um, some time to think about your life, think about your story, think about who you are. And it's kind of funny as I spend more time in personal development, I find that as I become more and more and more aware about my story, it really grows and helps me become more of who I want to be. So I thought I'd come in here and just share my true, authentic, honest story to health. So it started when I was about 12. I remember hearing things about being the chubby kid, and my mom offered to take me to the diet center with her in Ontario. And we went on to diet on and off and on and off all through uh, well, I was a yo-yo dieter all of my life. And that awareness in itself is hard to take. But then I stepped into the program that I coach now, and something was different. And I wasn't sure what it was. I had I had been able to lose the weight, but I was also able to gain the weight right back. And I didn't know what was missing. And once I started working with my health coach, I definitely found that accountability and somebody to talk to weekly was really powerful. And I lost 53 pounds in 5 years. In 5 months. I lost 55 pounds. I lost 53 pounds in 5 months. That was 5 years ago. It was pretty powerful. Again, I lost weight, but what was powerful was that fall, I lost my mom to cancer. And after going through losing her and my first Thanksgiving and my first Christmas and my first New Year's, in January, I recognized that I was still at a healthy weight. And that was huge. So what had changed? I was changing my mindset. There was a shift happening in my mind. I tapped into the education component. It was pretty powerful. But then slowly, after a couple of years, I started having a little bit of struggle again. And I had been hearing about something that I never recognized that I was, and I'd never heard of before. It's called binge eating disorder. I always thought I was crazy. I had never heard of that. I'd heard of bulimia and I'd heard of anorexia, but I'd never heard of binge eating disorder, and I didn't understand it. And I wasn't fully aware of what was going on. I was unconscious to my thoughts. And the more that I dug into what this binge eating disorder was, I realized that's what I had. And I'm not going to go in deep into what that is and all of the different symptoms and all of the head games that we play. It's a sad place to be. And I didn't know what to do about it. But through personal development, jumping into education, I have 4 different books that I've read through becoming the person that I want to be, and the new updated version of the education that we have. I truly found that mind shift. So I truly think that my journey to become the dominant force in my life was not that 5 months where I lost 53 pounds. It was that 4.5 years of learning, of becoming aware, becoming mindful, understanding what was going on in myself, thinking about my thoughts, gaining control of my thoughts, gaining control of my anxiety, gaining control of little bits of depression, and really growing as a person, really learning how to pour into others learning what a blessing it is to serve others. And I truly believe that I have broken that pattern of binge eating disorder. Is a perfect no, but I have a lot of grace for myself too. Through the personal development, I've done a lot with learning about grace and how powerful that is, and how, again, mindfulness, preparedness, and awareness are three of the greatest habits of health you can ever gain. I've come to a place this year. This is 2020, by the way. It's September. And I've come to a place where I have become a lot of things that I always told myself I couldn't. I am a runner, as you can tell. Is the sweat still running? Because I literally just came in the house and had to record this. I became a runner. I always told myself I couldn't be a runner. I learned how to swim, took swim lessons. I am a paddleboarder. Didn't think that was ever possible. I have read books like you can't believe. I read much faster than I ever did. I eat them up because I want to become more. I've always been addicted to sugar, but now I recognize it and I can control it. I also, side note, became a barbecuer. I actually know how to use a barbecuer. That's always scared me, and I did that this year. I also learned how to cook in Kevin's Dutch ovens on the stoves, on his campfire stoves. And I'm always, one of the things that I'm striving for now is when I say, I've never done that, or I can't do that. That's a big trigger. If I say I can't, if I want to, I'm going to try it. So that's my true, authentic, honest to goodness story. And I hope that this inspires you to become the dominant force in your life. You can do whatever you want. Thanks for listening.